All right, fellas. Is this it? Did we make it? Did we reach the point where it's like, all right, I'm into it? Was this the moment or is it not? Gotta know.
We
Is
on the
this the
street.
episode?
We on the street. We ain't made it to the house yet. We
Okay.
ain't like not. Actually, we headed there. We about 5 minutes away. Black folk
Black
5
people
minutes though.
files. Yeah, about to say black people
Black
5 minutes
folk.
away.
I five
Color
minutes
color
though.
people time.
Yeah.
Right. We
All right.
about 5 minutes away from being there.
Okay. All right. I didn't know if this was the episode where maybe y'all thought, okay,
Nah,
we
nah,
creeping up. We creep.
nah,
We
nah,
got in the car at least. We in the car.
nah. This,
We
nah, this,
really on the way. We
this
ain't at
moved
the.
me.
Yeah.
Nah, this moved me. Like
Okay.
this
I
moved
tell
me.
you what.
This is debatable as the best episode of this season. Debatable with the Tuco one. Uh, that whole thing. That whole roller coaster of them trying to figure out how to get out of Tuco's, and then the old man like giving it away, like all that. But like this is like right there because this is a really good episode in my opinion for this season.
Okay.
Off topic a little bit before we get into it. I did have a revelation this episode. I don't think this is better than Snowfall. I don't think that this show is better than Snowfall. I think at worst it's tied.
Hmm.
And I know they got the peaks of Breaking Bad are really high, but Snowfall got some high peaks too. They lows wasn't low as Breaking Bad's low.
See, and that's where
Hmm.
Breaking Bad gets in deep waters every time. Is I think the lows are so low, and then I think, like you said, I think the innovation of the first time around of the style of how they're shooting it, their long cut scenes, and certain things, it's like fresh and new. But once you watch it again, now you're just like ready to get to the plot and not so much that artsy shit. You know what I'm saying? And it feel like it
Mm-hmm.
drags it more versus like having a strong plot. You know what I mean? Like versus Snowfall, like they kind of get right to it. Like that first episode, they're right in the
Facts.
yeah. So uh,
It's a it's an easier rewatch
Oh,
than
for
Breaking Bad for
sure.
sure. 100%. It's definitely um do I want to call it more entertaining? I don't know. Probably just from a week to week. Obviously, we can relate with those characters more.
mhm.
I think part of the uniqueness was the one thing about, and I think you might have sent this, and somebody might have sent this in our group chat. And I was thinking about this. If you think about this world, this universe in order, so you start with Better Call Saul, then move on to Breaking Bad, you do realize that Walt is a side character that just happened to we happen to get his point of view in the main character story. Like, you know what I mean? He's not like a character we meet this episode. What he has going on is really the main thing. Walt just happens, just out of nowhere, stumbled into this, has no business being here. And that's the fascination with it, right? That's what makes it unique. Just like I said earlier about Snowfall, we relate to those characters. We've never seen anything like that before.
Mm.
Somebody like Walt. And then you add on his character development part of it and who he is as a person. Once again, he's much worse. Once we realize he's a terrible human being, it messes up the rewatch. But
Well,
this show was just fascinating from the what's up?
no, I was gonna go. I was gonna say, you're right. I was just gonna say it kind of puts you in a place where now you're trying to figure out what angle do I need to watch this now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
and
like
that's
if you're not rooting for him as our,
I
was it
think.
protagonist, then it's like you're trying to figure out the angle in which I should.
Well, not
So
even that. I think this episode kind of reminded me of the fact that oh, you really just a I don't want to say a small piece because he plays a big role, but you coming in at the end too.
mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
they're a
this is just
glorified crew.
something that yeah, we're getting the this important journey. I talked about this what Ryan Cougar mentioned. TV shows are the most important journey of a character's life or a person's life. That's what this is for Walt. But he's not the main piece of this story. And it takes you a while to realize that it's hard to do it in the first 18, but it's better off when he is the side character. When Trey Young is your best player, you're not winning a ring.
Mm.
If Trey Young's your third or fourth best player, then you a damn good team.
Mm-hmm.
And when Walt is the third or fourth best character, and we get, Saul and somebody we meet this episode and another person we haven't met, and you kind of let them operate, and then you kick it over to Walt and Jesse for some open threes, that's when the show really cooks. And we
Trey
just
Young
hadn't
plays
got there.
basketball more. Trey Young plays basketball more.
You mean that orange, the orange one with the black stripes on it?
But yeah, that's my whole theory on it. So I like this, and I said this earlier about those characters coming in because it makes the show more cohesive. It makes it easier to watch. So it's kind of like I need to watch the rest of this season and season 3 to really answer that Snowfall question.
Yeah,
To see
same.
what I think.
I gotta. So who's the main character then? When you put the series together,
I think Gus, in a sense, like we just don't get a lot of it. It's almost like if
I think Saul is
you could say it like that. You might. It's
because of
easier
the
to say that
tail end.
because of Better Call Saul.
Yeah, well, and because of that tail end, like I feel like we get all of the answers. I'm not gonna spoil anything here, but you get all of the answers of what happened to all of these different people in his story post Breaking Bad in Better Call Saul. So it made me think, like, you know what, he might be the main character.
He's the most fascinating point of view. Yeah, he's definitely got the most because he gets to see everything, all sides of everything. So he might be.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he the glue to connect everybody throughout both series. He's the one that like connects everything. So I think that's a good point. He might be the main character.
Yeah. But let's get into the actual episode. Let's get into this cold open. So we have a kid on a bike. We just see cruising around Albuquerque. And then we see Combo on the block drinking a guzzler, which is crazy. Car pulls up. He serves him.
Oh, what?
There's a guzzler. That's it. The shit said a guzzler. Yeah.
That's up there with
Combo's
Meat
out-
Rocket.
Combo's out here guzzling. Yeah, Meat Rocket was insane, bro.
Meat Rocket.
Yeah, they getting crazy.
That's what they call it, hot dogs.
A throat. Nah, they call it a throat rocket.
Throat
Throat
rocket.
rocket.
Yeah. That's what they call glizzies now. Throat rockets.
What's wrong with y'all? Like, we can't eat hot dogs?
that ain't us.
God.
That's the kids, man.
Yeah,
They ain't never gonna shame me.
Hey,
I promise y'all.
I'm buying me a glizzy, bro. Sorry.
I'm cooking dogs tomorrow, dog.
Shit, I had two glizzies the other day of the game. Shit, I ain't.
Yeah.
Throat
I ain't
rockets.
going. Either way,
Rocket.
this combo throat rocket is fucking insane. Like, who was the first person to say that? Like, come on.
Yes, fucking crazy.
We get a montage of this kid going back and forth on his bike. Car pulls up with two guys. They don't speak, but Combo shows them the piece, tells them to get up out of here. Then they pull around the corner, just posted, looking at him. So Combo gets on the phone with Stinky Pete, says, "Hey, a couple people eyeballing me. It don't feel right." Little kid comes back around, circling Combo. Combo tells the kid to scram, get out of here. Kid asks a question. You hear two honks, and all of a sudden you hear gunshots. The kid shoots Combo through his guzzler cup, and then shoots him until he falls dead in the streets as the kid pedals away, and the two men in the car drive off.
I hate where he's standing at. I ain't never seen nobody sell drugs in just an open lot like that in the middle of fucking I've never seen that. So I hated that. I hate the glasses. I hate his fit. Like he was just screaming like, "Shoot me!" Like is that that's
fit
what
that fit wasn't that bad for Albuquerque
for that
people
for
in this
back.
world.
Yeah, you're right.
Because
You're
everybody
right.
dressed terrible in here except for like
There probably is a fly fit in that where it was the shoes. It's the shoes. He
the
got on
lugs.
boots with. Yeah, he got on
And the
boots
hair.
with a
The hair is awful.
So, I mean, this is an interesting opening for sure. It worked. It was just a couple of things I didn't like. One mainly with him just standing there in the middle of nowhere. At worst, he gonna be right on the corner of that store or something like that. But just standing in an open lot begs somebody from to come fuck with me, whether it be a criminal, robbers, or police.
Mm-hmm. I remember when my first time watching this, I was this was like a mind blowing what I think the critics were saying about the peekaboo, like how they felt about, oh man, he's in the trap house, the crack house with the, all of that, how they must have felt like it's so. This is how I felt here, like, because I had seen this before I had seen The Wire, so this kind of perspective of a kid getting this off was mind blowing.
Yeah, I remember the first time I seen this.
It gave me Wire parallels.
Yeah, there's some parallels in Sopranos here too. There's two parallels, so I can't wait to get to those. But I don't know.
I meant this scene. My fault. I meant this scene in particular with the kid, like just he's just a kid. That whole mindset, no spoilers for The Wire, but all
Hmm.
of that. But go ahead, Mo.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I liked it though. Like now, looking at it, like this kid riding a bike, like, and I don't know. It's something about it that was it because everything about this world is off kilter. So maybe it's just meant to be like that. But it was something about it. It's like, I was like, is this believable to me? Like, I mean, I don't know. It was just kind of like I was trying to figure that out, but it didn't change how much I
What
enjoyed it.
does it? Would
This
it
realistic.
matter?
They do
This
this on the
is
West Coast, like gang initiations for young kids and stuff. They do this.
No, I mean, I know,
uh,
like they definitely recruit, and I give you this amount of money. I need you to just go, which obviously was a setup there. But I don't know. I just I don't
would
know. Maybe it's the
this
kids' acting choices. I don't know.
would it help?
Mm.
Would it help if you knew that this real life was a war zone area in Albuquerque? Like they had to get extra security to film him and all types of shit because of gang activity.
What do you mean? I'm
Like
confused.
in real life, this where they filmed this scene,
Hmm.
like had a ton of gang activity, and it was like murders, all types of stuff going on. They had to get extra security just to film over here. I'm
Mm.
telling you, I'm asking you, does that matter? Would it make it more real for you, or is it just an acting perspective?
I think it might be an acting choice because
Okay, okay.
I don't know if the kid is like obviously the kid's not supposed to give away that he has a gun on him while he's riding a bike, but if when he did, I don't know. It's something about it. Like I guess it's like and it could be like maybe the choice they chose for the scene versus like how he played it. They may pick this. They felt that was the best one, but he just felt like overly innocent, kind of when he shot him, and then it was like I don't know.
He is.
But
You gotta think of the title, Mandala. Like that's I think Skeetish. I forget the term or the actual nationality um, for a circle. It's just a full circle moment.
mm,
Just you got life. You got the episode starting with death, ending with life.
mm-hmm,
You got a youth out here possibly throwing his life away.
mm-hmm,
I think that was all part of the.
mm. And then also, I really hated that it was combo. Like I've always hated this. Um, I've always hated that. I always wish it was Badger or Stinky, but probably Badger. I just never wanted it to be him. I liked him the best out of the three. So when he got killed, I was like, damn, not homie. Uh, look like a rich little
I think
fro,
Rich Rose.
little
Yeah.
froze right there.
So we went to. So you said it didn't work for you.
I think it just I think it's something about how the kid played it. But I mean maybe it's his first time whacking somebody. I don't know. It's something about it's like it felt innocent. Then when he shot him, it was almost like, how did you get here? Kind of like a
Mm.
little bit for me somehow. Like I mean, I know they recruit people like, hey, I give you this type of money, I do blah blah yada yada. Hey, do
Probably
this for
grew
me.
up in the neighborhood. They probably
Yeah.
seeing him around. He think they're cool. That's usually how it goes.
Okay.
And like, yeah, you go do this for us. You know what I'm saying? And boom, you're part of the crew now. And they groom him from there. Um, I with you. I wish it would have been another one of those characters, but I get why they made it combo because he probably was the most likable.
Mm-hmm.
The other two had already rubbed us the wrong way, so this made it more impactful that it was combo too. I think. But I mean, it made you say, okay, let's buckle up. I think we might be here.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right, my bad. Um, ready to start the episode?
let's
Yeah.
start the episode.
Let's get into it. Welcome back to a new episode of No More Half Measures, a Breaking Bad podcast. I'm your host, Rich, joined by the good brothers, the world class Maurice Hunt III, and the legend Spike Lou. Fellas, how
What
y'all
up,
feeling?
though?
Feeling good, man. All right, man. You know what I'm saying? Keeping everything in the mix. You know what I'm saying?
I love it,
Another
man. I love
episode
it.
in the books.
Another episode in the books, man. We talked a little bit about it in the cold open. We'll get into it as we are shifting the landscape of Albuquerque in the Breaking Bad world. Seems like there's more enjoyable episodes on the horizon, or it could just be that Over last week was so bad that we're just happy to get some kind of action. So we'll continue to dissect that as we move forward. My dog Spike Lou is still standing on the hill of. Actually, he's even cemented more that Snowfall is better than Breaking Bad. That's something I'll be keeping an eye on as we get into
Same.
season 3, and we'll take it from there. So, with that being said, thank you for joining us. Thanks for coming back. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Instagram, if you want to reach out to us, NMHM_Breaking Bad Pod. And the email address is no more half measures pod@gmail.com. You can reach out to us, send some comments, send some emails. And speaking of, we're going to get into those right now. We appreciate y'all for constantly sending these in. We always love to hear what you got to say. If you agree, disagree, the whole nine. So with that being said, my bad. Pull this up. So we got a YouTube comment from Kiori. Shout out to Kiori, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Cure.
Rich went from Kyron Richardson to Clarence Thomas real quick by starting the pod with always good to be back with the whites. Fuck Clarence Thomas, but that is something he would say. Shout out to Kiori, man. That's a great pool.
Yeah.
We got one from Mosby Jr. Commented, compassion for Cersei is wild. Mosby, I'm with you, fam. These niggas up here talking about I feel bad for Cersei. Only time I felt bad, like I said, when she got a loogie in her face, but Spike Lou up here saying I
don't know if I said I feel bad. I said I understand her.
That's what I was saying. I think we both.
That's even more. That's even more wild.
No, I didn't say I understood. I didn't say I was just talking about when she had to do the walk. When she had to do the walkthrough. Like, and
Lou was the one that was on it.
Okay, because
yeah, I ain't really mad at nothing she did. She was trying to hold it down.
Other than being with her brother, I mean, everything's kind of warranted.
I need to do some more research. Ask a couple more people about Lou, man. I need to go. I need to do some more investigating.
Even back then.
Yeah, this nigga said.
Even when you do drop.
Oh shit, man. We got some comments from Spotify. I'm gonna start with season 2, episode 7, Negro Y Azul, or Y, according to Spike Lou. Y'all are crazy. That intro was great. It's for sure one of those if you know type things. We might have read that already, but yeah, we know. We missed it. Season 2, episode 10, over. We got one from Goody Jenkins. Mo was cooking. That must be why he went to go get a fade. I agree with his take about Walt and Hank at the get together, but I agree with him most about Radio Raheem. Turn that goddamn radio down. Y'all niggas, man.
Yeah, I told you, bro.
Goody,
knock it off.
Goody Jenkins, man. You my dog, man. You write in, you support. Where were you January 6th, my nigga?
I hear you. Y'all,
I just want to know, man, where y'all whereabouts? Where were y'all?
Man.
And we also got a Spotify comment from Sly. Breaking Bad has benefited from people's need to preserve the beauty of the past. Everyone I know who praises the show has only seen it once years ago.
Facts.
Yep.
Now, me watching it today and asking them about certain things, they're so confused because they remember it with younger eyes from a time when TV wasn't all that yet. If people started rewatching this, the ratings would start dropping. 2 seasons of mostly mid. I never want to hear Game of Thrones comparisons again.
He's spitting.
Sly? I ain't mad at you, man.
I told you I don't want to hear Sopranos comparisons again. And I know y'all don't want to hear no Wire comparisons.
Oh God,
nah, that's just out the window. That's just
like,
Jesus
you
Christ,
don't ever, especially with the conversation we just had. And I'm gonna let you finish about Walt not being even the main character. Like Tony is undeniably the main character there, and he's the most intriguing. You know, this is not nowhere near. So don't even watch your mouth when you bring up Sopranos. I mean, bring up this show next to Sopranos, man.
This seemed like it would be right there with like Mad Men or something. I'm watching Mad Men now.
Oh, you went
That's
far
what
in?
it's giving me the same vibe. I'm in season 2, episode 2.
You made it that far?
I just finished episode. I had already watched one, and I refused to watch it again. Okay. I just wasn't impressed by it, so I just like started it too. I looked at a recap of 1 and started it 2, and it's.
I got out of there. I tell you, it's
the same vibe this gives me.
It's not.
Like,
and
it's just white men talking.
We not the demographic for that at all.
At all.
And that's okay. I realize there's not even a corner we can get in on Mad Men. That's just not for us.
But they're like, I heard you and forgive me, I'm forgetting her name when y'all did the Back of the Bean episode. Even though it's not Monica. Shout out to Monica. even if it's not for us, it's still like a way that you can make it entertaining. I just don't think that they do it. Like y'all were talking about Sex in the City. That's still entertaining, even though that's not the demographic. Me and Rich watch Tell Me Lies.
Mm-hmm.
We're not the demographic for that, but it's still entertaining.
Well,
Mad Men does this weird ass thing where they don't want you to be entertained unless you an old middle-aged white man that reminisce about the days you could smoke cigarettes in the office and shit.
yeah.
That's what that was for.
That's what I'm saying. They carved it for a specific. Well,
Yeah.
Sex and the City, we can't fit the demographic because it's a relationship show.
It's about
So,
women. Yeah, it's true.
you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, but this, like, they were very niche and specific.
I
Like,
don't think three niggas, one with the fresh ass lineup and a tight shirt.
oh my gosh.
I don't think we were the demographic for the show.
I don't think so either.
Okay. Yeah,
Like,
I mean, you're right.
relationships, yes, but specifically,
Oh no.
they didn't have us in mind in the writing room.
Not
I
at all.
want this to really resonate with the blacks.
Yeah, the blacks.
We got another one from Kiori, season 2, episode 10. Comments on Over last week's episode. Part of me feels this episode wouldn't feel as egregious if the season was paced better. I didn't mind this episode for this rewatch, but I can totally understand why this episode was a mid-pack for y'all. Just imagine if In Camelot, Test Stream, and the Kevin Finnerty episodes were all back-to-back, then an episode like Chasing It or Luxury Lounge would feel like some BS. Great point. The pacing of this season has been awful.
It does make me kind of want to go back because, like, it's crazy now.
LeBron must have executive produced this season.
Bruh, all right, exactly. Shoot, he must have got Dwayne Johnson. But now
Mo, you don't even understand that reference, bro.
Well, you talking about like him with 2 chains?
Mo gets it.
This guy, these guys.
Mo gets
I ain't gonna even say the same line I said 2 episodes before because Spike was like, "Oh yeah," but it makes me go back and think. It's like, bro, I was watching some Sopranos episodes, and it's like, man, how do those that season 6A those hospital episodes? How do they compare? They might mess around. Now I might have to watch it just because of what we've been watching here and look at it and say, bro, it still was entertaining with Tony in the coma. It might be a lot better when I'm looking at it in comparison to this season of Breaking Bad. So I'm going to
go back. Even if I can remember off the top of our head, one of the things that, even though we didn't like that season, they were still giving us things that we hadn't seen before. That's Seal being in charge.
Yep.
That's Vito. Vito wasn't still there. Was he? Yeah, was he still there?
Yeah. He was
them jockeying for position. Like there was a lot of interesting.
Right.
Vito jockeying for position.
I don't know.
And my brother's over there.
The fuck is that supposed to mean? Nothing. He's just there. That's all.
I think there was still stuff going on in the background that we cared about more right here, and they had the benefit of it being later in the franchise. We had invested feelings with those side characters by then. Like we wondering. One of the biggest things we were talking about was how Carm was dealing with this. Again, we loved Paulie at that point. We was wondering what Vito was going to fall out at that point. Like it was so we wanted to see Seal in a leadership role. Like all of that stuff was interesting.
Yeah, you're right.
This just like what the fuck? We just looking at this like, bro.
They earned it. They haven't earned it yet.
They did. Yeah. Yep.
All right, and of course. End things off with the email from our guy Acid Jax.
There he is.
It's titled Over. Fellas, I want to believe the reason Skylar ain't pulling up Walt on the hot water unit is because her head just isn't in his shit right now. Either that or the tables have turned and now she is flying under the radar while she schemes on Ted. Which makes me think, Sopranos or Breaking Bad, which show has the most scheming and who is the biggest schemer? And out of Skylar versus Carmela versus Marie versus Janice, who would win in a 4-way scheming bitch smackdown scenario? Hold on, who is the
Janice?
Schemer? Janice, I think, right?
Yeah, Janice don't get everybody together. She shot a character. If you hadn't seen Sopranos,
well, that don't really has anything to do with her scheming.
Well, she schemed up on three mob niggas. Like she schemed up on a whole different life with Bobby. Yeah, like
you talking about just scheming? I thought he was like fighting, scheming. I got it.
No. It's a scheming.
It's still.
I would go Janice. I go Janice, Carm. Excuse me. I go Janice,
Marie,
Skylar,
maybe
Carm, and Marie. She
I don't think Skylar even a scammer. Skylar,
that's what I'm saying.
Not yet. I'm
Okay.
speaking from the
Future
full view of
tense. Yeah.
yeah, like she really probably like she right there with Janice. If we
But think
talking
about
about
Marie literally is married to a police officer, and he knows she steals. You
she
don't
still
get
trinkets though. Like she ain't in the big girl league. She
hey,
ain't in the WNBA with Janice and them.
hey, a
Like
win's a win.
Janice,
A win's a win. Like what she got?
yeah, she playing the
Carmela couldn't even use her secret weapon. So
she
you
playing
got
the
to put her.
undisputed league.
She's way down there.
I mean, she got the bird feeder money.
Okay, yeah,
That's
but
that's
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
Carmella's
Like
biggest flex.
she got the spec house. Now the spec house is the biggest
the
flex.
spec house is
Yeah, you're right. Spec House.
damn. You
Yeah,
right.
like
She got
Carmella
that.
got she got some bags.
Yeah,
Now
let me
come
put some
on,
respect on it. You right.
But
some
that wasn't a
respect on
scam. That was
Carmella's name.
Tony. That was Tony
That
having to
was
get
a
back in good.
scam. That
That
was
was
a
Hey,
scam, bro.
but she didn't come back. She said, "I'm leaving here with something." So that counts.
Facts.
If
That
I'm
was a
coming,
scam.
yeah, that was damn. That's a good point. Okay.
fair. All right, back to the email. Let's look at the facts. Skylar is fixing to get her guts rearranged while Queen Carmella hit the bird and used her only weapons on the teacher, and Marie was jacking them stores. But for my money, Janice, aka Parvati, aka Dothead, had plans on everyone for days. Maron, the way she took Bobby down was like the Mona Lisa of schemes. I
Listen.
didn't even read that part, but he's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
Thought
P.S.
Bobby
R.I.P.
from a
Richie
mile away,
Aprile.
nigga.
P.S. R.I.P. Richie Aprile. It should have been you. For the ladies out there, apologies for the offense, and of course, I'm not saying all women are scheming bitches, but as the esteemed Maurice Hunt III might say, we ain't getting no apologies from women.
Wait,
I
what?
mean, we ain't getting apologies from women. You said that. I mean, we ain't getting many apologies from women. That shit was nuts. Yeah, remember yeah, you said that. You in that phase of where you forgot what you saying?
Yeah, man.
Don't worry, we gonna remind you.
Me and Spike traded ages, man.
You know it's bad when Acid Jack said that shit was nuts.
See,
Facts.
Hold up.
I'm saying what everybody thinking. That's all.
Mm.
I'm what the culture feeling.
First up, this episode was brought to you by the letter M. Not M for boy, are you fat? M for boy, are you fucked? M for that animal motherfucker, animal mocha fucking chino was going ham on this one. M for that Mosenberg broken bad from the start. Let's look at it. The fake shaved dome, the game recognized game comments on Skylar's cheater setup, the ignoring his son off screen while he records, the sudden weight loss. Wait, that last one was Vito, but you see where I'm going with this. FYI, nobody's got AIDS. Spike nailed it. Spike nailed it when he said he remembers how good the show was, but didn't remember it being this bad. Well, I will always remember how good the shows are that Mo is in, but I didn't remember how nasty Mo can be. I mean, I usually get a chuckle or two, but last week even my jokes were bouncing off the man like bullets on Superman. Motherfucker was up. And you know when he said, fuck your radio, fuck Radio Raheem, he stands by that with everything. I feel it. The question is, Mo, who hurt you? Funny stuff aside, I'm not pissing in your pocket when I say these are jokes, bro. I fuck with Mo, and I hope you're feeling less angst this week. And don't ever stop reaching in your Stretch Armstrong bag. Always reach further than is necessary, my man. Either way, take a motto.
Damn.
Couple of last thoughts. Regarding the rot in the house and a Mo-inspired reach, you could say Walt is trying to be a white savior. Literally, the savior of the white family. Lastly, I think you guys are the first I've ever heard shit on the stay out of my territory scene. People love that scene, but I gotta agree with y'all. This is the big difference between shows like The Wire and Breaking Bad. Think of a scene like the one with Slim Charles and Cheese when he pulls the gun on Rick. Whatever happened there? The tension and unexpected ending to that echoes in your mind forever. If Walt had clipped that meth guy in the car park, that would have sent the message, stay out of my territory. Instead, we're meant to believe Walt was some mystical badass aura that criminals should instantly fear. Fuck out of here. You and your shindig. Yeah. Peace. Tony C, aka Ant, aka the Acid Jacks, and Mo, if you want to say it.
The one who writes.
There we go. Let's go ahead and get into the episode, fellas. We are at the oncologist office.
You ain't gonna forget the synopsis every week. You get
over it. Damn, you right, man. We in season 2, episode 11. I don't know why that keeps happening. I don't know. I need to rearrange something on my note sheet. Season 2, episode. It's a running joke at this point. Season
Facts.
2, episode 11, Mandala, not to be confused with Mandela or Nelson Mandela. So Mandala. Premiered May 17th, 2009. Directed by Adam Bernstein, written by George Mastros, and the show Breaking Bad is streaming on Netflix if you're trying to watch. Spike Lou, what we got for the synopsis?
Fellas, the doctors are suggesting that Walt gets surgery to remove the rest of his cancer. Jesse has a manpower problem all of a sudden, and his rep is in question. Saul tries to get Jesse and Walter face to face with someone who may be able to help with this. And of course, Jesse shows up late, and Jane has a costly relapse. This is season 2, episode 11,
Yep.
Mandala.
All right.
Rick's getting his Lydia on.
Yeah, I am. I'm on some bullshit. I don't know what that's
Deep
about.
pool, if y'all
I
know
need
what
to
that
figure.
is.
I need. Hey, I don't know. I don't know. I was just ready to jump into it, but
Yeah,
we'll
no
see.
doubt.
We got Walt and Skyler meeting with the doc, and it went from his cancer was inoperable to the lobectomy being a viable option. Shout out to Dr. Kennedy, um, who's a specialist in this episode. He's the one that can perform on Walt, one of the few handful of people in this in the country that can do it. Skylar thinks this whole thing is aggressive, but Dr. Kennedy says if Walt doesn't get the surgery, it is going to spread. It'll cost between 170,000 to 200,000. Walt says on the spot he'll do it. Doesn't need to talk to Skylar, doesn't need to go through anything. Kennedy wants to do the surgery in 2 weeks, but Hope is doing 2 weeks, so they push it out to 4. Spike Lou, you look like you got something to say. Go ahead.
It's a scam. They scamming the shit out of them. And Walt just fell for a hook, line, and sinker. I don't know if it's because of the Sopranos connection that we had, because I feel like he was a scammer in the Sopranos too.
Hmm.
This doctor is a scammer. Not
Yeah.
only he don't need no surgery. I believe him and the black dude got together like we make this quick 180. We bust that down 90-90. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Was
I'm gonna tell
it
him he need it.
was it the line that he said like I would waive most of my fee, but I'm not even the
Yeah.
largest part? That was the giveaway, low key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that would he like, come on, bro. Y'all running the 2-man on me. Stop
Hmm.
it. We ain't doing that.
That's
Hey.
funny though. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, Tony ran him off all the way to Albuquerque to get his schemes
Right.
up. Stupid
Yeah, to get out
facting
of
game.
And you were certain about that. You saying that's 100% a scam.
Because look, didn't they just tell him that like, I don't feel like that they'll be able to say the same thing that they already told him after the surgery. Like they already mentioned it. It's not a 100% shot now, but we really think it'll be good for you. He'll have that surgery, and they're gonna tell him the same thing. Your cancer's in remission. It might come back, it might not. Like, I just don't see the point in it.
Yeah, I see that, especially given the character of Walt and where he was, kind of just accepting things. Now he's in such
This is
I get it. Like if you find out you got a second chance on life, you want to make sure you take advantage of it. But there's a little bit more urgency that looks like he wants to get in more bullshit.
this a Clay Davis and Stringer Bell moment.
The golden goose.
Walt the Golden Goose.
Mo, what about you? What you think?
I agree with Spike.
Fair enough. Any thoughts on the scene as a whole?
She's just getting in her bag, man. Like she's just getting in her bag. I feel like since she's been back to work, I feel like she's really stepping it up and getting to it. So that's about it.
What's that got to do with this scene?
She's in the scene.
Hey,
Um,
and not even getting stuck there. Another breadcrumb too for the big reveal of what
I
she
was just
calls
gonna
Walt. This
ask-
is a breadcrumb.
I was just about to say, like, are you
She letting them
the
all
idea
build up.
the idea of him just saying, "Yeah, this is the right thing to do," with no consultation, no worry or concern about where we're getting this money. You already done said Ellie and Gretchen are broke,
Mm-hmm.
so you can't get it from them. So yeah, you're 100% right. I
You-
noticed
you
that
ain't
too.
even-
Ever since you said that, I've been picking up on things.
I've been trying. That's probably been my most favorite thing. Because that point when we got there, I feel like it was just so unbelievable. My first time watching it, for her calling him out on that. But now that I'm rewatching it, I'm like, oh, it's obvious as fuck. Like he led her to the water. She just drinking it. She know what the fuck you got going on, and she's suspecting anyway.
Facts. We move on. Walt is at school, sneaking around. Walt's favorite thing, sneaking around. He's on his burner phone. gets a phone call from Jesse, or not a call, but gets a message, so he calls Jesse back. Jesse tells him the combo's dead. He was
Which one's
shot.
that?
Listen, let me tell you something, man.
Which one is that again?
Ain't nothing funnier
Oh.
when you see a motherfucker dead serious, like he's not trying to be funny. Like, remember in Sopranos when Hesh's son-in-law got beat up and he was telling the story, he was at the Chinese restaurant, and Chris was like, Chinks did this? And he's like, what are you, a wise ass? He's like, what? I was being serious. We knew, because we know Chris, we knew he was being serious. He wasn't trying to be funny. He was confused. Like, hold on, what? Like, how this
Hinch
happen?
did this?
Same type
Oh
of
my
shit with
God.
this, where Walt was dead ass. Like, which one is he? Like, the fact that he died didn't even matter. Like, product's not moving. That's what's going on in Walt's head. And of course, that prompted Jesse to hang up. Stinky Pete,
this-
is that, go ahead.
This also shows you to what I've been, as a decent human being, you're going to say, oh, damn, man, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's
You
yeah,
figure
exactly.
out who it is when you pull up if you don't know. Like you can do deductive reasoning once you get there and be like, oh, it was a fat dude. Okay, got it, cool. But you ain't gonna ask his man's that. You ain't gonna be like,
Yeah, which one
who
was he?
again?
Like, damn, bro.
I think what part of it, he is a douchebag. You know, he's a prick. But also, I think there's a piece of Walt, as much as we don't want to give it credit, there's a piece of Walt that probably just doesn't have sympathy because he's dying. You know what I mean? Like, I think that maybe there's a part of like, bro, like almost like on some niggas die every day, be like that type of thing. Like, he's not really looking at it. So, but yeah, who knows?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Stinky Pete's over there, and there's no info on who did it. Stinky's questioning why they even went into the new territory. Jesse doesn't have an answer for him, and Stinky Pete says, "Look, man, I'm on probation. Badger out of here. All this shit I got going on, man. I'm out, man. I can't do it." And he says the most important thing.
Did Badger run off with the pack? Like, what do you mean he dipped to LA? That didn't make no sense really to me. Like, he just up and moved to LA?
Shit was surreal for him.
This was the most money he was probably ever making in his life.
Hey, man, Badger knew this wasn't no career. Like, this wasn't a long time career for him.
This man was dancing. This is probably just enough. Spinning a sign, bro. Like,
yeah, just like the Statue of Liberty and shit, man. Yeah, Lady Liberty, get out of here. But Stinky Pete did say something that was probably the most important thing. Like, we don't have the street cred to survive this kind of play. Like, everybody knows that you ain't the one that killed old dude. Like, it was cool when we did, or maybe that didn't happen till later. They let them know.
No, it was here.
Yeah, this was here. Yeah, and then that's news to Jesse. Jesse didn't know that. This is that his name still rang out. He finds out like, oh, nobody even respect me anymore, which obviously sends him down a world of guilt. Had I known that, then maybe I would have taken this whole approach differently or pushed back on Walt. Thoughts?
First time.
Go ahead.
First time we see Stinky Pete make the most sense in the room. Mm-hmm. And you can see Jesse not built for this. He ain't cut out for it. So, I mean, I think this was a good scene in the sense of them resetting and leaving all the bullshit that we've been seeing behind, now getting into the big boy stuff.
Yeah.
Like they're closing the door on all the bullshit, Stinky Pete, Badger, combo stuff, and now we get into the big leagues.
Yeah. Which is it's good because I mean it's the end of an era, you know. And you look at it, if you're Stinky Pete, you really got to look at it. It's like, bro, Badger was almost looking at real time, you know, jail wise, and then our other homie.
Oh, that's why he left. Okay, damn.
You know what I'm saying? And then the other homies killed. It's like they were all in Jesse's apartment before you had anything in there, and it was just like, bro, we came in this thing together. It's like this how it goes. It's like most of them they're nickel and dime type dudes for real. Like they ain't really on that type of time. So somebody now it's like, yeah, absolutely. Like let me at the card though. Like make so much sense.
We don't have the street cred to survive this.
Mm-hmm.
Like that Stinky Pete, he wins with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is what it is. Like you said, Mo, we're nickel and dimers, man. We some small time hustlers. We were never prepared or equipped for big time moves. None of them probably ever once thought a gun will be pulled out. Yes, they know that's part of the game, but they didn't think they was gonna get that deep into it. Like that's big boy shit. You on my corner, nigga, you gotta die. They never saw that coming. So now it's like shit. I signed up for, you know, a couple pair of shoes and a fit.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't signed up for this. Like, it's too much.
Right.
So they out of here. Walt and Jesse are meeting with Saul, talking to their lawyer, and they're playing the blame game about what happened to Combo, who's in charge of the street, who's in charge, whose idea was it to expand the territory. Saul respectfully ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Walt explains that Combo was murdered, some type of turf, some type of turf dispute. Apparently, we lost. Hey man, Walt is a dickhead, bruh.
The worst
For no
kind.
reason. For no reason. But he's mainly concerned because everyone quit. Have no way to move all of this product. Saul said it's cool. Nothing can be traced back to you. Walt confirms that his health is looking better, better than they thought. And Saul gets straight to the brass tacks about the inventory. And even he is thrown back or taken aback, should I say, that they have 38 pounds of meth. He said, "You're sitting on a gold mine. It's all good." And once again, Walt tells him, "We don't have a way to sell it." Saul, similar to Sticky Pete, tells both of them something they need to hear. I don't know if you knew this. You two suck at peddling meth. I'm amazed you got this far, which is some real shit.
Mm-hmm.
Saul tells Walt that he needs a businessman to help him sell wholesale, someone who's been doing this for 20 years and never been caught. Nobody like Tuco. Saul doesn't know him personally, but he knows a man who knows a man, doesn't know his name, but he'll try to get him a meeting. Saul said, "You know what? The guy sounds a lot like you, Walt, from what I heard." This is an interesting meeting where they're trying to expand their business and move the product they have, and their lawyer is the one that's setting up the connect. What do we think about this whole interaction between Walt and Jesse getting advice from Saul?
Again,
Impressive.
Saul just like I told you, first time I'm watching this, I didn't like the Saul character, like first time ever. After obviously, this is my first time going back after seeing Better Call Saul. Now watching it here, it's like, bro, he's a star. Like he just takes over. I mean, obviously, his personality is supposed to be larger than life. But I did want to ask, when he says he knows a guy that knows a guy. Now that we know what we know, who do you think he's talking about, Nacho or Mike?
Mike.
I think it's talking about Mike.
Mike, okay.
Because Nacho, I don't think Nacho would have been able to make the introduction.
Well, remember Nacho?
I don't think
Nacho
Gus,
was close to. He was close to him. You know what I mean?
He was close to he was close to Saul, but he wasn't close to Gus. Had Nacho under his thumb
Yeah, right.
because of the whole
I don't
Hector
think he would
situation.
listen to him.
Oh, he wouldn't like
on
make
that.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Mike that he's referring to. But
Okay.
to piggyback off of your original point, Mo, just great. Like we go for so long not having a character like this on the scene, and he's an immediate spark. It ain't even a long conversation. It's
Yep.
it's just good.
Mm-hmm.
Goes to the theory that you said earlier, Rich,
It's
about
good,
Saul
man.
may be the main character. It's all good, man. He may be the main character of this whole franchise because even here, I'm laying the plan out. I'm telling y'all how y'all should do this. I'm making the connections. Like it's this is exactly what this show needed. Like to start moving it forward and having the right conversation.
And for it to be realistic. Like he's not
Yeah.
some random like this is a lawyer and is a scam
Right.
lawyer. Like they did a great job of making sure it wasn't Chuck McGill that came and tried to do this. It
Yeah.
was just somebody that we know is gonna make the cheap commercials, all of that. So
Yeah, and
100%.
I liked what Jesse said a few episodes ago. He said, "You don't want a criminal lawyer. You want a criminal lawyer." You know,
Facts.
so I like that aspect, and then I do like this episode. What they did great is all of the issues were real issues. This episode, you know what I mean? Like somebody getting shot, Stinky Pete leaving, losing your crew. Now y'all two arguing. You're here. You got all this meth and you got to get rid of it. It's like, bro, we almost died in the desert for this, bro. Like we almost died for real to make this. So all of the scenes and the problems are real problems. Even when we get to like the civilian stuff with Skylar later, that's what I like about this episode. All of the problems are real problems, and now we're moving into like, okay, we ain't here for the BS no more. Now we're getting into like everything is a thing. So
That's a great point. That's a great point, Mo. Anything else on this scene before we move forward? All right, we got Jesse and Jane. They're at Jesse's spot. Jesse's he's detached. Tells Jane out of nowhere, "I need you to leave. You gotta go. Gotta get up out of here." He's surprised that she picked up on the fact that he's a drug dealer. Once again, common theme. The women know. All right, the women know. Like, I know what's
They
going on. You're
always
paying
know.
cash. You use an alias, bro. Actually, it wasn't that hard to figure out. You know what I mean? So I was shocked that Jesse was surprised by that, but I guess I shouldn't be. He tells Jane that one of his guys was murdered, and we see that he's carrying that guilt, as I alluded to earlier. He wants to do some meth, but I don't want you around. I know you in the program. She offers to take him to a meeting, offers her to go somewhere. He says no. She tells him this won't help. He said, yeah, it will. He goes in the room to light up, leaves her out there. Pretty much say, hey, man, I told you to go. Leaves her out there. We see her getting up to exit, looking at that handle, and then turning around to walk back into Jesse's room. When you first watched this, did this tell you anything about Jane as far as like, oh, that's Jane might not
And
have a
what?
happy ending.
Oh no, I never expected it to end how it ended for her. I just thought that. Well, now that you say that, and I know I thought that she would be able to be more casual with it than how than what we see happen. Shout out to Jane too. She was looking good right here. But
Oh yeah,
it's just I
Look
feel
at
like
oh yeah.
I should never
I feel
said
like she
anything.
at this point she's falling for Jesse, so she really just trying to make sure that he's okay. But in doing that, she kind of like set herself up for failure, trying to make sure that he was good and chilling with him. Because I don't think this was like she wasn't the monkey wasn't on her back. Like
Hmm.
she could have easily avoided this had it not been for Jesse. I don't think she would have got back to what she was doing. But being that she liked Jesse, that made it that much easier that she had somebody to do it with now. So
Hmm.
Well, it looks
yeah,
it's a lot like I mean Chris and what
yeah,
was the
real estate.
woman?
Yeah,
Adriana.
The real estate. Yeah, no, not
yeah, the real
Adriana. The
estate
real
lady.
estate, like just that codependency, just
Oh yeah,
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 that
yeah.
whole thing is just not good.
Taisha.
So once she, I yeah, Aisha. Once it got to that part, you just knew it was all right. It's gonna be bad. Like you know
Yeah,
what I mean. So
and it
not
was.
bad for it's like there's gonna be some grand demise, but you just knew this isn't gonna end well for Jane because it seemed like she was real serious and worked hard to
Hmm. Yeah,
get to this spot. And one thing we didn't know, we don't know what you're like when you get on this. Like there's some
yeah,
shit later on the episode. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
bro.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's just you
yeah.
went hard. Like
Oh yeah,
you ain't just do the shit, you did the shit.
yeah, for real.
So yeah, you
Uh,
never know.
and a little symbolization on the visual, like when she walks to the door, she walks to the door, you can see the light beaming through the little window as she's about to leave, and it's like symbolic of like just keep going towards the light instead. But she walks obviously to the dark side, which she's in the shade, and goes back the other way. So I thought it was just a good little visual, and they've been using a lot. If you notice with Jesse and her, they use the color yellow a lot. So like his comforters, and even this scene, and even how it's shot is more of a yellow tint. So yeah, I don't know if they're going to stay with that color tint once, yeah, after this episode when she starts getting, getting down or whatever.
Got you. Um, any other thoughts on this scene? Spike, did you have anything to say on it?
that was it.
All right. We see Jesse. I mean, we see Jane. We see them. We'll see what happens. Los Pollos Hermanos, one of the most famous fictional restaurants, I'd say, in TV history. I think it became a sudden landmark once the show came out. People still go there. Shout out to Twisters. The real name of the restaurant is Twisters.
Hmm.
And people still go there, take pictures, and they embrace it. I like when places do that. I
Yeah.
like when they know it's famous. Like I'm in Cleveland. Cleveland got the Christmas Story House. They turned that into a
Ah,
museum. You know what I
nice.
mean? That was shot up here. You got the Sopranos house. I went to the Sopranos house. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? One of those places that people still go. If you go inside Twisters, they'll have like Breaking Bad characters on the wall. The booth that Walt sat in later in the episode, they'll have like a thing it's similar to I can't think of the name of the spot in Sopranos. Where
Um,
they'll have a reserved
What
for
is
the
with
that?
the
Trey
Sopranos
onions?
House?
family.
No,
No, no, no, no, no.
with the onion rings and everything. The finale.
Yes, Holton's. Was it Holton's?
Oh,
Holstein's.
Holden's Diner. Yeah.
Holsters, yeah.
Holstein's.
All that stuff. Like I just like when they embrace like, yo, something monumental had came here. And
Yeah.
that keeps it the business alive. People are gonna come just because
Hmm.
I want to sit where Walter White said. I want to sit where Tony Soprano said. So on and so forth. Either way, we see that it's a fast food restaurant that looks well operated. Walt ordered some food. He's scanning the place to see who he's meeting with instead of eating. Jesse arrives late and he's skeptical about the whole thing, says it's an ankle grab. Um, which is crazy.
Yeah, that is.
Walt Walt notices
Ankle
he's
crab.
high. Yeah, ankle grab is nuts. Walt notices that he's high, but instead of calling him out, he just says, "Hey, why don't you get some food? You know what I mean? Why don't you get some food?" The manager walks up, checks on him. Jesse calls Walt out, says, "Hey man, you said you wanted out just last week, but now it seems like you're gonna come up with some new magical number so you can that you can reach before you quit." Jesse said he's out and he leaves. That is the scene. When we first get to this restaurant and we see all this stuff, we obviously know Walt and Jesse are waiting on someone. What are your thoughts as Walt plays a waiting game?
Mm, I don't. Jesse not coming here with me. I don't need you, big dog. Go and stay home.
That's
Take
exactly
take
what I
some
said.
take some bereavement days. I got this handle. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take care of it. That way, this whole line of questioning and the nervousness, and you asking me about this different shit, like, bro, this ain't got nothing to do. You my partner. You're in distribution, my nigga. I'm upper management. Like you worry about what you need to worry, but you just got a man killed. If we being honest, and you try to blame it
Oh
on me.
man.
Yeah, I mean, hey, like you really you ain't even got to be here right now. So I mean, it was just a bad call on Walt's end to have Jesse there in the first place.
You think it was Walt's call? Because remember he ain't set this up. The man or
I
whoever.
would have told Saul, I'm going. Like, ain't no there is he ain't gotta go. He grieving right now. He
Okay, you would
can't,
have.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's cool.
He grieving right now. It's
He
crazy.
grieving right now.
He don't rock. She don't rock now.
He don't rock
He don't.
now.
That's real shit though. He is.
Yeah,
Right. He don't rock now.
for real.
Oh shit, that's hilarious.
Dang,
Mo, what
damn,
about
Jay.
you, man?
She don't rock now. Damn. Uh, yeah, I think it was good. It was good, like a subtle reveal when we see the manager that walks past and checks, and it speaks to. We'll get later in the episode, but it speaks to how quickly he can make an observation. That's the brilliance of how good he. He literally walks, "Hey, you guys enjoying your food?" or something like that, and he walks off. He picked up all of the details in that small window of never
Well,
meeting them before.
you know the brilliant thing about this world and how detailed they are? We know from Better Call Saul that there are cameras in the back. He's watching them
Mm,
from the back.
okay.
Like there's a Better Call Saul scene where he's sitting there watching. I think it was either when the Salamanca guy came or when the twins came.
The
But
twins. The twins.
he was
That
watching
was.
from the office
Mm.
cameras. So we know he's been watching them the whole time.
Okay.
But it's not revealed to the damn near 4 or 5 years later. But
Man.
I think this is just a dope little breadcrumb because when I seen it in that show, I was like, oh, that go back to Breaking Bad. He was watching them the whole time.
Mm.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah. What about the suspense of who are we here for?
It was pretty obvious because he was only one famous person. Like they're not casting my man to come ask him is they all right. Like once you see
And
him, it's
so
like, oh yeah,
I
I
thought
know what
about
this is.
that, and I was wondering how deep, because that's obviously Giancarlo Esposito. He's been in a ton of Spike Lee stuff, just all types of work that we would know from the culture. But I don't know how many people were like who would lived in Albuquerque who were watching Breaking Bad would
I
have
feel like
recognized who he was.
I feel like it's a noticeable enough face. It's one of those where like I seen something recently. I seen a movie recently. Good, have fun, do something, just don't die, or some shit like that. I can't
Oh yeah,
remember
good luck, have
the.
fun, don't die.
So in scenes like this, it's hard to keep the suspense because he did the same thing. He was in a diner trying to pick a team for the night or whatever it may be. If you know the premise of that movie, you understand. But he's in a diner trying to pick people out, and as a viewer, you looking for the recognizable faces. It's like, oh, I know he's going to pick this person because I've seen this person in another movie before. They wouldn't just be randomly cast here. And I know it's going to be this person because they're famous. So I felt the same way with this in the manager's character. I just felt like there's no reason just to drop him here. Even if I don't know who he is and he wasn't as famous as post this role, I still knew him, like you said, and there was no reason for him to randomly be. He wasn't a struggling actor. It wasn't no reason for him to
Nah,
randomly be the manager.
no, you knew him. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, gotcha,
Like
gotcha,
we
gotcha.
knew
You
him. I
said
don't
no.
think the average person did. Like I don't. It's common knowledge at this point. But Giancarlo Esposito was like he was organizing his own murder, so his kids could collect his insurance money. That's how broke he was before he got this role. Like
Mm.
he wasn't really working. You look at his filmography. Like I said, we know him from Do the Right Thing. He was in Mo Better Blues. Just a ton of other
School
films,
days.
School Days, all that stuff. But he wasn't like making noise. I think this would just like I mentioned those. I don't think anybody who's not from the culture would say if you ask them where you know him from, they're gonna say this Gus. And
Mm.
we'll say that too, but also we'll mention those other things. Mo Better Blues, School Days, like all types of Dean Big Brother Almighty. Like he just got classic shit that a lot of people never seen. When I say a lot of people, I mean non-black people. So for
True.
us, I think it's recognizable. I wonder how I would love if you white and weren't familiar with Giancarlo Esposito before this show, write us and let us know if that's the case.
Hmm.
Because I wonder if it was just like, oh, this is this dude that's a manager. I don't know if he was that recognizable. He's not like a Joey Pants. Like Joey Pants is like, oh, I know him
Yeah,
from somewhere.
yeah,
Like you know what I mean? Bad Boys or something. I think there had been a big enough gap from when he had kind of done a lot of the stuff we knew to where people were like, oh, okay, he might be at the point where he's getting the
Fair point.
manager role in Breaking Bad.
Damn, fair point.
But if I'm wrong, write us. Like I'll love to hear y'all thoughts on that.
That chicken
But
look good, yeah.
nah, the curly fries
Man,
look
that's
terrible too.
Nah,
them curly fries look nasty. Ugh.
Terrible.
it looked better when Lalo was eating it.
Hey,
It
Lalo was
did.
fucking. He busting that
Lalo,
shit
They
down.
they
the
updated.
spices, the
Bro.
spices. Hey, Lalo and
Lalo,
food,
Yeah,
man.
Lalo,
Lalo's
boy.
busting that shit down.
Oh, he
I
was
would love to
food,
talk
bro.
about. I would love to talk about franchising. um, you know who the owner is? I'm the owner, sir. Really? Hey, Lalo was a G.
He was,
Um,
man.
Yeah.
all right, we are moving on. We have Skylar. She's at the doctor's. They're looking at the image of hope. It's like those 4D, 3D images. Um, Mo, you remember these moments, man? I'm
Yeah.
sure you do, of course, but
Absolutely. Yeah.
getting those first images before your kid. I know it's probably hard to think of it because your kids have been around. But just there
No,
was a
I
time
remember.
when they weren't here.
Oh yeah, no, I remember. Like it's
The
that's
anticipation. Yeah.
that's something you don't forget. Like you just don't forget it because it's such a moment. It just your life is just in 1 year. That 1 year of pregnancy, you just don't forget nothing in that. It's like you're off the earth for a second. You're on a different planet. But absolutely, I didn't even know this technology existed then for some reason. Because with our daughter, that was 2014, and we didn't use no 3D rendering. But with our son, which was like 2 years ago, they used that technology, and it was like, oh wow, like damn, so yeah, it was dope to see, and it definitely brought back some things seeing it. So
I got you, man. We got Walt coming in late. Did that remind you of you? Were you coming in late to the appointments?
nah, nah, hey, bro, listen, nah.
He gets to
More
see the
like,
image
more
of hope
like
as
my
well.
wife black, nigga. I
You know,
don't know what
you,
you talking about. My
you,
wife
you
black.
see what I'm putting down. You see what I'm putting down.
Yeah, I already know. I already know.
We going in
Walt
the
coming
same
late, but
car.
he is able to see the image of hope. Skylar and Walt scheduled a C-section, and they have a birthday. It's the 16th of the month. Shout out to Big Sis, man. Her birthday's on the 16th.
Mm.
Skylar says she has to go back to. All right, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on that, real quick? I'm just seeing the images of the baby having the birthday set out, all of that. Any thoughts on that at all?
No, not
Now
really.
you talking about
Okay.
you talking about
Other
like,
than him being late, I think the
Just
main part of that
yeah,
scene was
yeah,
just him
just
being late.
just him being late. Any thoughts on that? All right. So as they're leaving, Skylar's in the parking lot and says, "Speaking of birthdays, I have to go back to the office." And we see the look on Walt's face like, "There's an hour left in the day. What you mean?" "Well, I got to go back, pick up the cake for Ted's birthday." "Why you got to do it?"
mm-hmm.
So I said I would.
Mm.
The wheels are turning. He kind of drops it. He doesn't keep going. He doesn't ask any additional questions. But the wheels are turning like, yo, you going back to the office to pick up birthday cake for Ted? What are y'all thoughts at this moment?
Oh, you know what we thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, let's hear it.
These two, let's hear it, right?
Hey, she's fully committed now. I
Yeah.
feel like, and women can correct me if I'm wrong. Once she done made the decision, she just really waiting on it to happen now. What I'm talking about to happen is Ted. Like this is not a spoiler. This is just me being presumptive and watching these again. Like at this point in time, I'm going back to the office for the birthday after I get the what is it? What do they call it? Mammogram? What is it called?
Yeah, well, let me just real quick interject. I don't know how many people work corporate jobs or work jobs where you have a little bit of flexibility to where if I need to run out and make go to an appointment or something, usually if
I
your
ain't coming
appointment's
back.
late in the day, you're not coming
Ain't
back.
coming back to work.
If you got a 10 a.m., that's different. But if you got a 3 o'clock or a 2 o'clock, you ain't coming back to work, and nobody
Not for
expects
no
you to come
birthday
back
party.
either.
Yeah, especially not for no birthday party. Y'all save me a piece of cake or something, but no, I'm not coming back at all. But also too, an even deeper, I think, layer in this scene is like what you just said, Rich. You usually leave the office, you don't come back. She volunteered. Oh, I'll pick up the cake. I'm gonna be out. So I might as well pick up the cape and bring. This is nasty, nasty scene.
And what's crazy, it's not even the nastiest scene of the episode.
No,
Oh,
God,
man.
no.
We
It's a
just
disgusting scene.
we just
later on.
we just warming up, but yeah, Walt is asking all right questions. This reminds me of when we were having a conversation about Carmela and Vic Musto, the painter. Like when they
Yeah,
kissed, like when
Off the
I said,
wallpaper.
I was like, she was like, oh, like just this subtle thing of like you're really just waiting for an on purpose accident that we remember we kept talking about that, like, oh, I've never done this before. Oh, I just like when she was subtly saying, hey, asking
Hey.
Fury on a date, but not really type thing.
Facts.
All that is this right here.
If Walt was a real nigga, he would have hit it with the, oh, it's Ted's birthday. That's my boy. I'm pulling up.
Mhm.
What I need to do? I need to bring something.
Yeah.
I won't take no for an answer. What time it start?
Mhm,
I'm pulling
mhm.
up. Like if he was a real nigga, that's what he would have.
Look, blow it up her spot like that where the worlds are
Facts.
separate. You know how where the worlds are
Yeah.
separate and like
He's
you just
gonna-
insert yourself in it.
I'll grab a bottle of wine and pull up. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll meet you there. Like send me the Addy. Like,
Wow.
I won't
shit,
take
that's
no
real
for an
shit, though.
answer. I won't take no for an
I would have
answer.
loved Tony. I would
I
have loved
love Ted.
I would have loved Tony Soprano's reaction.
He pulling up. Tony pulling up.
Like I was just love that, like grabbing the neck, just trying to
I
search.
don't know, because when he found out Father Phil slept over, I think that something about Tony where he like if he doesn't view you as a threat, he knows Carmella playing. Like, you just doing this shit to get to me. I don't know if he would have like, but
Ted's a threat though. Ted is a threat.
He's definitely a threat.
You know what I'm saying?
Carmella he ain't going. Like Carmella ain't going. Carmella's not even bringing that to Tony. Like she knows how that's gonna go. Skylar don't give a fuck. She don't respect Walt.
No, God, no. Especially not at this point.
Not this
I
one.
think at this point in time, especially after the doctor's meeting, she's fully convinced in her head of what Walt is doing. Right now, at this scene, like from here on out, she knows what he's doing.
Interesting. All right. We'll keep it moving. On the episode. Jesse gets home. His place is trashed. Goes in his what's up?
No, go ahead.
Goes in his room and Jane is laid out. Jesse wants to go to the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum in Santa Fe. Jane says sure, but then she lights up some meth.
Let me hit this rock first.
She a fucking dope fiend. I say that from The Wire, man. I always say it. It's one of my favorite moments in The Wire. It's very subtle. Not really subtle. Season 4, Naaman, who has his own corner. Mind you, Naaman is in 8th grade. And he's got Kennard with him, who's got to be elementary school age. 6th grade at the most. But maybe 4th, 5th grade. Kennard's with him. He's kind of running the corner. And Michael's mom comes up to Naaman, pretty much saying, I know somebody that needs something, but she's short. And Naaman gives her a pass, which, of course, in the drug world, you never give crackhead no deal. You never give him a pass because they ain't never going to pay you back. Kennard looked at Naaman when he did that and said, what the fuck you do that for? He said, that's Michael's mom. And Kennard, brilliant Kennard at fucking 10 years old, looked at Naaman and said, she a fucking dope fiend, nigga. You ain't nobody mama no more when you get a hold of that rock. Like, that's what it is. And that's what I thought of when I saw Jane. Like, damn, it's over, man. She got it.
She on rock now.
If you wake up and got to hit the meth, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, man. Like Jesse you getting played with right now. She got a whole pack right here by the nightstand. That look like it's a good half a zip too. You ain't cleaned up, bitch. You ain't got out of the bed. No, we got to establish some ground rules in this motherfucker. Like, I ain't necessarily saying that you got to clean this up, but you need to get somebody over here to do it. I can't come home to this. And you still in here smoking, getting high? Like, nah, you got to set your ground rules if you was Jesse.
You got to remember, but you got to remember Jesse. This is an upgrade. Like he used to.
It is.
Like
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he's having sex with the crackhead chick in a dirty motel where they, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he gonna let her get this.
Yeah,
off.
it's like, okay, she's, I mean, she still look good and she's a normal person. Like I mean, I'd imagine,
I can't come home to my crib looking like any of you laid up in here.
That's crazy.
Hey, listen.
It's gonna be it's gonna be revelations in this motherfucker. Like there's something got to happen.
That shit wild. That shit beyond wild.
Mhm.
Mo, you got any thoughts on it?
Nah, that's it.
All right. Ted is on the phone. It sounds like someone just canceled a job on him. Maybe some foreshadowing about how business is doing. He gets Paige to go to the shop where they surprise him with birthday festivities. This might be one of the nastiest moments in this TV show's run. And that's saying something when you think about
Yeah,
it. You just
yeah.
talk about deplorable and disgusting. Ted is
Teddy,
Teddy, man.
he
Teddy's
Teddy
ready to
that.
make his wish. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's ready to make his wish, man. He got the candles ready. He's surprised. He stops. He tells Skylar, I want to hear it first. Which is, first of all, I want to hear it first.
Hey man, don't tell my wife what you want to hear, nigga.
Bruh,
Playing with me.
bruh.
See the
That's
finger
exactly
wave.
why I pulled up at this party. Like, nigga, ain't
See the
nine,
finger
no.
wave. Because, yeah, that shit ain't
Yeah.
going down if I'm here. And if it does, I promise, I'm going to Cameron, mush his cake in the face. Or mush his face in the cake.
Mhm.
Whatever all this does is tell you that whatever is about to happen, they've done this before. There's been some history here. Skylar's talking about some ages ago. I don't look like her. You kind of know where it's going. What's even worse is everybody's encouraging it.
Mhm.
She breaks into the Marilyn Monroe, John F. Kennedy happy birthday song, which is cringeworthy to watch with all these
Nasty.
people around. I would have called HR. I'd have called HR. I know it's a little small independent company. I'd have called
This
HR,
is
man. Like, nah,
nasty.
I'm not. I had to sit here and look at that dumb shit. Ain't she married and she pregnant? These niggas, nah, man. We ain't doing none of this shit, man. Skylar's up here blushing. What's y'all thoughts on this scene, man?
Man,
First
like,
of all, they drinking Big K. That's insane.
hey, Albuquerque's a different world, bro. Albuquerque,
They got no, ain't no Coke or Pepsi,
nah,
RC Cola, none of that.
nah.
We going straight to Big K. That's
Hey,
crazy.
no
RC
more
Cola.
Chinese, no more Chinese food. No,
Hey,
No,
the budget,
no more
the budget
short
for the party was
ribs.
slim.
yeah.
I see. Sheesh.
Hey, listen, she's out here. You know the scene from Love Don't Cost a Thing with Nick Cannon where like Christina Milian character trying to get him to tell her boyfriend that, you know, the basketball player or whatever, tell him what happened, tell him the deal, whatever. And Nick Cannon, his character is like, bro, he's like, man, you're embarrassing yourself. Like, this is how I feel about Skylar. Like, I'm like, you are like embarrassing yourself in a
She
sense
is.
because just like you're married but you want him to forget that, you're pregnant but you want him to forget that, you're trying to be extra sensual in the song, sensual in your dress code, like, but I mean, of course this is Teddy, so Teddy going for it, like it's Albuquerque, like
I'm gonna say she nasty for doing it. He nasty for liking it.
he's liking it, bro.
Like, man, you can't get no regular like nah, bro. You can't be enjoying this, man. You can't be.
Crazy.
Like, you a middle-aged, supposedly rich white man. Like, I
Yeah.
know you can do better than this.
Well, and you know,
And
the
Ted a
white, hey, and white
Ted a
man, white
nasty
man
dude.
in this year, it was up still. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
It was
exactly.
up.
He
Yeah,
moved around. Yeah, it
you
was
got the
still up
ball,
for white men
got the
back
world
then.
by the balls, like Tony said. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Uh,
It's this whole scene is nasty because you could tell that he enjoyed it by his face. Skylar was turned on by it
mhm.
by the end, them zooming in on her face. This was a disgusting scene.
Soprano, and then he kissed her on the
Disgusting.
mouth, like, bruh, like a quick little, you know. But so this is the
He
other.
kissed her
Yeah, I thought he gave her like a little friendly
on the cheek. It was
Oh,
on the
no,
cheek. It was
okay.
It
the
wasn't
gubble
real
joint.
shit, man.
Still,
The
it's
gubble
still
joint.
affection. But this is why I was the second reference to Sopranos. I was saying because remember, Fran saying this to Tony, the old
Yeah, and you
Gumar.
got and you got the Dr. Kennedy in this episode.
Yeah, so that's why I said
man.
two Soprano references here. So,
There's
but
a
hers wasn't as cringe as Friends. Like Fran on Sopranos, it's so cringe, it's damn near like horror film, like cringe because it's really weird.
Oh, the old lady.
Yeah, with all those wrinkles and everything, it's just really weird. Like the hat on, it's like leave me alone. So
That's funny.
yeah, that's all I
Tony
got.
fucked her.
Oh, you think so?
You said what happened?
He think Tony banged Fran.
Bang who?
Fran, ain't that what her name? Fran.
Oh man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Hey, I see somebody.
It's not above him, but I don't think he did.
Tony fucked.
I mean, you got one-legged ones now. That's ain't that what yeah.
Tony fucked that old lady, man.
You might have.
You know they got an episode in this series, Live Free or Die? Similar to Sopranos. It's a lot of Sopranos.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they said they was inspired, you know, of course. But
yeah, it makes sense. All right, buckle in, fellas. If you got to stop me at some point, feel free to stop me to discuss what we're going through because there's a lot going on. in these next couple of events. Walt is on the phone with Saul. He's at the school telling him that the guy wasn't there. And Saul said, nah, my guy said he was. He was there. Walt said, I was there for 2 hours. Nobody came up. Nobody was there. Saul said, Saul said, it's a no go. Something must have rubbed him the wrong way. I don't know what it was. I didn't get any details. Maybe he looked at you from the parking lot, didn't like the cut of your jib. I don't know what it was, but he must not have liked it. That's why he didn't approach you. And you only get one shot with this guy. Walt was demanding that Saul call him back to set something up. But Saul said, listen, only one shot, man. That's all it. All hope is lost. I can probably scramble some things together, but that's pretty much it. Nobody can move that type of weight except for this dude. Walt hangs up on him and puts the phone back in the ceiling. We see him pull back to the chicken store. He just takes matters in his own hands. Time passes. He's been there for hours. Employees are leaving. And we see the manager kind of look over, and Walt's looking out the window and then decides to get up and ask for Diet Coke and 5 minutes of the manager's time. Walt wants to know why he wouldn't meet with them. Manager, playing it dumb, confused. I don't know what you're talking about. You must have me confused with someone. And Walt says, listen, I was supposed to meet with somebody here yesterday, and I'm pretty sure you were that guy. Manager still confused. Walt says, I can tell by the characteristics. What I've been told about this guy, it seems like you're him. The manager finally breaks down and says, I don't think we're anything alike, Mr. White. Lets him know that he is reckless. You're not cautious. Your partner was late and he was high, and he's high often. You have poor judgment. I can't work with someone with poor judgment. Walt says he has the best product by far. You can double your money based on the quality of my shit. And he says who he does business with is his problem, right? Manager, you ain't got to worry about this. I'll take care of Jesse. The manager asks him why him? And Walt says he does what I say and I can trust him. The manager then asks how much product, and Walt says 38 pounds. Manager gets up. Walt wants to know if he'll hear something, which he gets a response of, I have your numbers. And reminds him also, you can never trust a drug addict. This is the infamous first meet between Walt and a character who hasn't been named yet. We know him as Gus, but he's still the manager. This is the reveal, so we don't mind saying his name now.
Mm-hmm.
This is the guy who Walt was supposed to meet with. We get this one-on-one, and he kind of tells Walt, and I want to get y'all thoughts on something real quick. Gus, the character of Gus was written to be a lot more abrasive and loud. It was Giancarlo Esposito's decision to play him more soft-spoken, well-mannered. Vince Gilligan liked it. He liked that decision and rolled with it, but he was never meant to be this way. And it kind of fits. I think this character is we don't know much about him yet, but he's in discussion. A lot of people put him in the running for greatest villain of all time.
Mm-hmm.
What are y'all thoughts on this scene as we first meet Gus and have this interaction between the two of them for the very first time in the show?
So this is a huge leap for Walt. Now he's, like the dynamics of what they were doing before. I'm the cook, you're the street dealer. As far as him and Jesse, the dynamic has changed now. It's not about what you do and what I do. He's saying I'm over our operation. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm the one that meets with people. I'm sober. I'm intelligent enough. I understand the numbers. I take this way more serious. So I like it. And then also just something that's going to ring off a little bit throughout the series for me is when Saul said to Walt that he's similar to you. So it makes me think about, like, if Walt was more refined, how much closer would he look to Gus? Because you could see, like, the brilliance of them two talking back and forth and picking up stuff. So you could see it, but you could see so much of a difference. Like I felt it was that similar to that scene. Like, you're not serious people. So I did like this interaction, and I did like. I thought it was funny actually. Say, why do you trust him? Because he does what I say. Like he does what I say, and I trust him. And I liked it, And then we're again now. These are 2 episodes in a row. I feel like we're getting the real. Now we're getting to Walter White at 50 now, where when he was getting into it with Hank, give me back my bottle, like that. And then this moment right here, because he does he's just saying what it is, because he does what I say, and I trust him. So I like these moments where he's cut and dry to his honesty, even if he looks like a douchebag. So
If I'm the manager of Gus as we know him by now, this is even more of a red flag for me than the first meeting. I told you I wasn't fucking with you. You pull back up, sit here all day. You're only working with Buddy because he does what you say. Do I want a partner like that? Do I want somebody? I want to go in business with somebody like that who like openly says that and means it and thinks that that's a benefit. So as a viewer watching this, I think it's way more detrimental to Walt than it happened in the show. For some reason, seemed to be more open to him, and I just didn't. It never connected for me as to why. Like everything that you did for someone who is as careful as we find Gus to be, this is a major red flag. You doing all of these things
mm-hmm,
after I've expressed that I didn't want to work with you, and you didn't have no good like you didn't come with no hell of a pitch. Like
mm-hmm.
you didn't sell it in the room. Like ain't nothing you said other than I got the best product, which I still don't know that yet. Like nothing you said in here would make me reconsider working with you.
Well,
So
he heard
I
about
just
it. He had heard about the purity.
But do you think it's the
okay,
good
that's fair.
old? Do you think it's the classic? I'm showing you. I'm going to force the issue. I'm going to. A lot of times people succeed because they're persistent.
Mm-hmm,
Like literally in business and women. Like I've seen. I got homegirls so like who have ended up with guys they said they were never interested in. I remember asking her once, like, well, I thought you wouldn't. He was like, he just didn't stop. And I guess he wore it down for, I don't know. Like, it was just one of those things where she was like, I finally gave him a chance because he wasn't stopping, not in a creepy way, but just in
mm-hmm,
a walk type of way. Like, yo, I really want to do this.
mm-hmm.
Um,
That would
do you
scare
think that had
me.
anything to do with it? Or would
That
that,
would
yeah, that would.
you're right in those arenas like corporate America, girls trying to achieve your own personal goals. If I'm running a drug empire though, I don't want no persistent nigga like cause you gonna run us hot eventually. Like you gonna be the nigga if you're doing too much and you too persistent in the drug dealing aspect of the world, different from all the ones that you mentioned, Rich. Like you gonna run us hot. Like you can see this like the playbook is wrote for this. Niggas like you that try to get into this type of game, that type of persistency doesn't work. It ends up with me being in jail or you being dead.
Well, you know, it makes so much sense because Gus, obviously being a cautious man, should be in business with a cautious man. And you see how
That too. And Walt's not cautious.
you see the difference between the two. Now, here's what I wanted to ask real quick: is we kind of got Better Call Saul. We seen when he was building the underground, cook spot or whatever. I'm trying to figure out the timeline. Like, how well was business going for Gus, or does this fit closer to the timeline of I got everything set up. I just need me a cook. I need to.
Oh, yeah, he got everything set up.
He
He got
grooming your
14.
boy at
He
this
got
point now, right?
14 restaurants. He grew an old boy
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, he grooming
who
your
was
boy at this
also in
point
Better
too.
Call Saul,
mm-hmm,
which we haven't seen him yet. But he had 14 restaurants at this point between Albuquerque and Nevada. He's doing well.
mm-hmm.
And we saw
And
in Better Call Saul how the real play is. Like we saw the board meeting and how it really goes down. So he's got all this stuff set up already.
Okay.
yeah. And then again, that makes me even more red
Well,
flag
that's what
and
I'm saying. Like,
cautious
if he needed
of
him, like,
somebody like Walt. Like I got all this shit going on. It's like it paid in full when the feds came up on Ace. And he's like, bro, like you niggas is way too thirsty. Like I got your information. I will get back with you. Then the nigga keep trying to talk and keep trying to like, man, like, bro, we having a conversation right here, me and him.
Every
And you
Tell
doing
them
too much.
ATL. Even if you go to some movie like ATL, man, Ant, little brother.
Yeah, like
Dude
it's
kept asking him
always
to do it. He
yeah,
finally
like
caved
how you
in and said,
going
"Nigga, what you want?" Now the dog sniffing your locker. Like it's
mm-hmm.
always that person, like you said, Spike. So that's a great point.
Yeah.
Um, there's something else I was going to bring up about all of that. It goes back to what I mentioned when we did the Better Call Saul episode. Remember, I told you how I watched the Breaking Bad episode of Better Call Saul
mm-hmm,
and kind of watched them back to back to put the timeline together. That scene in Better Call Saul, excuse me, the show Better Call Saul episode Breaking Bad. When Mike came back to Saul and told him, man, this dude's not worth it. Like
mm-hmm.
he's going to get somebody killed. Like he's not. It makes me wonder what it was because Lou said all of this, and it makes me start thinking like Gus was way too cautious and way too careful. Like what was it that
Damn, think how long Mike probably been watching him to this point too.
Yeah, like I've been having eyes on you. Remember, he saw him. Mike was the one that had eyes on him that he knew, that Saul knew that he worked at the high school, right? Like all of that
Mhm.
happened. Mike was the one that did that information. So he knows like this dude ain't even worth it. And maybe when we meet Mike, if I'm not mistaken, he probably does tell Gus that too. Like, listen, bro, this ain't gonna end well with this dude. Like, he's just not the right fit. He got a good product, but it don't work for what you do. And you already successful. You've been doing this for 20 years. And that's why I said earlier about those are the real characters.
Hmm.
Like we've already been established in doing this. Now we got this little random side character coming in to throw things off. Um, and I don't mean side character as the show is centered around Walt. I just mean in the grand scheme of things, it's a much bigger world. Similar to what we said about Sopranos, how I said we get to look at the Jersey family, but
Hmm.
if it was a show about the five families and they didn't focus on Tony as much, maybe
Right.
we're not as interested. It's all about how you frame it. So
Yeah, you're
it's just
right.
one of those things. Um, any additional thoughts on the scene with them two meeting and any observations?
Nah, that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, we go back to Beneke. Skylar's going over some accounts with Ted, and the numbers are off. Revenue was 10% less than what it was received every quarter for the past 2 years, and there's 6 other instances. Ted is trying to explain it, but Skylar isn't dumb. She went above and beyond to sort this out and found out that there is some fraud going on. Ted says, ironically, you got me, which is a famous Breaking Bad line later on in the series. You got me. $1 million of undocumented revenue. Ted says the business is terrible. He's trying to save his employees, their pensions, their children's college funds. His dad started this place from nothing. These employees are like family. It's bigger than just a business, which is very fascinating based off of Spikes and myself conversation we had with a business owner or family business owner yesterday on another week in the books. That'll come out sooner. It's probably out already by the time you listen to this.
Right.
But Ted is taking the route of, this is everything I need. And this is the only way I can keep things afloat. Skylar tells him people go to prison for this. And Ted says, listen, I can't let all of this fall apart over a couple bad years. Ask Skylar not to report on it. She says she's not going to turn him in, but can't be a part of it. Ted apologizes and says he doesn't want to see her go before she exits the room. Skylar caught him. Skylar's on top of her shit. She's a damn good accountant.
Hmm.
She knows that Ted is on some bullshit. He admits to it.
Hmm.
What's going on in your minds at this time?
This is how you know Ted was driven by the honey buns out the gate, because you knew how good she was at this before she stopped work.
Damn, good
She
point.
stopped working here and everything. She was good at this, bro. Like you knew that. Like that's why he kept trying to downplay it. But like if you were gonna throw her off this, like in my mind, I'm thinking like you had planned to achieve honey buns before it got to this point. But she already beat you to it because
Facts.
she's such a good accountant. You know what I mean? And there was they dropped a nugget a few episodes back where he kind of played it off, but hoped she wouldn't keep investigating. So that's the biggest takeaway for me was just like you should have known like you don't even have money to pay your employees for it, and you brought her on, so you're paying yet another person.
That's a good point. You only thinking about the cheeks.
Yeah.
You only thinking
That's a
about the
great point.
cheeks. It didn't take long for her to find this at all.
Mm-mm.
And Skylar ain't the type to be like, oh, I found this, is no big deal. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Like she the last person. The last person is gonna be like, hey, well, I'm not gonna tell anyone. No, she not gonna be complicit at all. Like she's holier than thou
Mm-hmm.
in that sense. So yeah, that's a really, really good point, Mo. And
Right.
I ain't buying this bullshit from Ted. Nigga, I don't want to hear this sob ass story. You using this money to fund your lifestyle. You don't care nothing about your employees.
Yeah.
She don't care about that because she on the same shit he on.
Exactly. She trying to get them buns smacked.
Mm-hmm.
Because think about this. What if that was Walt? If she caught Walt doing some shit, she's not giving
Well,
this much grace. She ain't pulling back up. That's her, and that's her husband.
that's
Facts.
what made me feel like they were trying to give us like this like interesting Easter egg, like this is a trial run of what the reaction would be, even though it's different, but like what the reaction would be if he would flat out told her like this is how I'm going to pay for my doctor, my operations. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
Good
they're
point.
showing us like how she reacts to criminal activity. right there.
Yeah, I think we talked a little bit about that. That's a great point and how that would have went down. I'm really curious for this reveal and when it happens because I don't know if it's this
Yeah,
season,
me
next
too.
season, whenever. But Lou's got me thinking about that.
Mhm.
All right, Jesse gets a message from Stinky. He's at the apartment. Jesse missed Combo's funeral. Stinky gives a recap,
That's petty.
and only the way that Stinky could. Jane comes in with her key, so we at the point. I know she's the landlord and shit, but or the building manager, whatever you want to call her. She using the key to go ahead and open up. Comes in with that dog. Takes Jesse up top, mixing the heroin with the meth.
Woo.
I'll meet you there. I like this. Hey man, like I said, Jane ain't. There's a reason why Jane stopped. Cause Jane knew I take it there.
She real deal. Like, about this life, boy.
I'm
Hey,
about this shit.
You trying to get out? We gonna get out.
You thought it was a game? Like, listen.
And classic abuser or classic addict behavior, bringing other people into it, introducing you to new drugs.
Bruh.
Oh yeah, the meth is cool, but you ever done it with heroin?
Hey, she about
Like,
to
you see Jesse asking questions.
they about to hit that Christopher Moltisanti pack.
Hey, she said, "I'll meet you there," and that was great acting by Aaron Paul. Just the
Oh,
expression
man.
acting of they had a real addict on set, just to kind of or maybe not on set, but he studied them just to kind of get their real mannerisms and things of that nature. Being on this type of drug, it felt like a Tarantino shot, like almost like
Mhm.
just a shot from a movie. The way he lifted up in the
It
air
was really
floating and
good.
things of that nature. Yeah, it was really good. It was
It's one of the
aesthetically, it was
best.
very pleasing.
Yeah, one of the best shot scenes in the show.
Yeah, and it was like I said, great acting by Aaron Paul. But we got Jane, like I kind of mentioned. The scene showed, if nothing else, she ain't here to fuck around.
Like
Any thoughts on this scene?
pulling the needle out is scary, bro. Because that to me, it's just that's just where it gets so real. Like everything else is like, okay, and again, I'm not glorifying or justifying those activities, but everything else still feel like, okay, we're hitting a pipe or whatever. Like, all right, it still feels like okay, fly, cool, I guess, or whatever. The minute you start getting into like surgical tools, bro, like you're strapping the
If I
arm.
need the belt and all that, dog, this
That
ain't the
is some
drugs for me, bro.
scary stuff. To like now forget the smoke and fumes hitting the head. Let's get straight to the blood. like God dang, bro. No patience, just straight to it. Like,
and it was the perfect time for Jesse to do it. Not perfect, but I mean, he was the most vulnerable to try something because he was mourning. So it was, which I wonder if Jesse. The whole reason he even did this because the combo died, right? He was cool with just smoking a couple joints and some cigarettes.
mhm.
He's on meth in front of her because of combo. So I wonder if this even goes that far, but it is what it is. Crazy ass scene. Any other thoughts on it?
I just say that I don't know if they intentionally did it, but I think they were trying to show like Jesse's just as bad as Walt.
In what sense?
In a sense that you wanted Walt to care so much about which one is it, but you didn't even show up at his funeral.
I think that's that guilt.
Yeah.
I think there's that guilt factor of showing his face there. I don't know if Jesse was ready to face people looking at him, especially the people like Stinky and Badger saying, "Yo, you did this." Remember, Stinky was the one saying them. That's all you got. Like, why do we even have to move into this turf? He said, "Man, I don't know." He said, "You don't know. That's all. That's the only answer you got for this." Like, I think he knew that people wanted something to happen, and he wasn't ready to take that on. Like, Jesse's a fragile individual.
Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's my 2 cents.
The floating scene was a little extra.
You think so?
Yeah, I ain't need that much of
it. It was because again,
it looked good though.
It looked good, but
did.
It was because again,
it's a new drug for Jesse.
Right.
I think they wanted to emphasize this ain't
he ain't been high like this before.
Yeah, this is something new. Like she told him, "I'll meet you there." Like this is because at first when I did the first watch for this, I didn't even really pay attention when I was taking my notes. I'm like, hold on, that's that dog, and she mixing it with the meth. Like she said, ice. And my goofy ass sitting here thinking ice cubes, and I'm looking again like, hold on, nah, like she speedballing this motherfucker.
Boy, yo,
that shit crazy.
And it is a bit cartoony, in a sense of this show is that it's supposed to like it was supposed to be cutting edge, super realistic, you know, and it does kind of feel a little cartoony. It looks great, and I'm not mad at it. But when you look at what this show is supposed to be, like it does feel like okay, it is a little bit out of its element.
I'm personally not mad at it, but I like shit like that. Like I
Yeah.
said, it felt a little Tarantino-ish. Um, so yeah, we got a very short scene. Ted is at the office, and Skylar pulls up to Ted's delight just to kind of show Skylar's still with it. That's all that happens in that scene. And anything y'all want to say on it?
Nah.
All right. Well, we got Walt back in class, monitoring students as they are testing. A phone vibrates. Of course, Walt gets into Mr. White mode, tells everybody no phones, and then he realizes it's his burner in the ceiling. He says this must be the pipes. He checks the phone after the school students leave. There's a message that says Poyos. He looks for the manager when he arrives, but is informed that that's not the manager, that's the owner. And he owns 14 of these, and he could be at any one between here and Nevada. Can he get a phone number? Nah, actually, you can't. Which let me ask y'all. Who do you think texted him? Like, there's no phone number. Was it from an unknown number? I'm
Yes,
assuming that's what it must have been because I would have
yeah.
just called the number who texted me.
Yeah, it could be a burner phone. It's probably the guy that was in the Poyos.
Victor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, we do find out that the manager's name is Gus. We said that already, though. As Walt is leaving, someone stops him. We don't know his name, but his name is Victor, I believe. He says 38 pounds, $1.2 million, gives him a truck stop and a meet for 1 hour. You in or you out? Walt says he's in, but 1 hour, I don't know if that's going to be doing. He said, listen, if you miss this, don't ever show your face in here again. Walt rushes to call Jesse, but there is no answer. What do we think about Walt being persistent once again, going to the meet, and then getting his moment? He got an hour to get those 38 pounds.
It's pause, man. That whole sentence was ridiculous.
What'd I say?
Going to the meet and having his moment.
Meet like meeting, bro.
38 pounds.
Come on, man. Meet like meeting. Come on, man. You done gone too far with the comedy.
Nah, but having this moment is crazy. But yeah, it was cool. I like it. This is what the show needs desperately. Like when he starts to run into Jesse's, you know, I know it's kind of skipping up a little bit, but like that, you know, we get a quick Skylar, but we need this pacing because this show is so not this pacing hardly ever. So I was happy to see them pick up the pace, create this anxiousness of the plot. I was glad about it because you got a few episodes they stuck in the desert, and it's got a anxiety ridden, but it's still slow paced. I like this up tempo. It's great for this episode and for the show. So,
agreed. I'm glad the numbers make sense this time. The 38 pounds for the price that they gave.
I saw the light bulb go off. Nigga went for the calculator. Like,
I had to make sure the numbers make sense. That's about $16.50 an ounce. That makes more sense than what Badger was telling dudes. So yeah, I like this. I like the pacing change. It's like Mo was saying, this was a shot of adrenaline to this show.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, I agree with you. I got another comment on the pace changing here in a second. Another small scene involving Skylar. She's in her office, and it seems like the baby's ready to come out. Nothing yet. It doesn't really indicate it, but we see she is in a little bit of discomfort due to the pregnancy. Any thoughts on that?
Nah.
All right, cool. We go to the final part of this episode. Walt is in a rush. He just got the phone. He just got the word that he needs to get these to an hour. He needs to get these in an hour. What you get a week at, man?
Hey, listen, like throwing the whole water, like, bro, like not announce it. Like this man threw the whole water. Shout out,
Jesse.
Shout out to Jesse the actor because he hit him with the whole joint. Then woke him up, slapped the hell out of him. Like, God damn,
Listen, this is serious. This is one. Listen, Mo. 1.2 million. You got
Yeah.
me fucked up, bro. Like, I'm
Trying to kick
pissed
that
that I gotta
man
call
door
you.
in.
Yeah.
That's what I hope they address that in the next episode. I hope they address that, nigga. You broke my fucking door. But getting back to it, Walt knocks on Jesse's front door, no answer. Goes around back, breaks the door down. He sees Jesse in there laid out. He don't even see Jane. He didn't even focus on Jane. Like, hey, bruh. Dumps the whole water like Mo said, slaps him. Where is the meth? Where's the product? And Jesse amazingly is able to like mumble out under the sink. Walt finds it, 19 bags. I'm assuming that's 2 pounds a bag. Starts bagging it up. He's getting phone calls this whole time from Skylar, which is he's ignoring. And then he finally gets a text while he's bagging it up saying, baby's on the way. He smiles and then realizes, no, 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 not now. I'm in the middle of a $1.2 million deal. I can't go to the hospital right now. Which is that's what this show is about,
Yep.
right? Continue. He looks at that text. He continues bagging up, and you see him carrying the meth to the car as the episode ends. This is what I remember about Breaking Bad: the urgency. I don't think I felt this urgent yet. This might be the most urgent something felt. Like you have a timeline. A lot of the moments I remember from the show had to do with these quick decisions. If I don't do this in this time, you think about the end of Half Measures, that episode. You think about I forget what episode it was, but it's not really a spoiler, but let's say Walt and Jesse and Gus ain't seeing eye to eye. And there's another play that Walt has to save himself, like to kind of keep his business afloat. Like there's all these things that are very urgent and matter of the fact. And this was the first time I remember feeling that. And this is like the tone of the show, in my opinion.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like even the jail 1 minute, and that's all I'll say about it. All of that was just very urgent. It has to work this way in this manner. We only get one shot at this. Like that's what a lot of this show is, and they kind of played that very well here. But I think the funniest thing is, like you said, the slapping Jesse, trying to figure out where this is, and realizing that what Gus told you earlier is true. Like you can never trust a drug addict, bro. Like he's going to fuck this up for you. Like this is foreshadowing. You can ignore it, you can not, but this is what it is.
Well said.
I agree with Rich.
Any other thoughts on this final scene?
I appreciate your thoughts.
All right, that's it then. Well, that wraps up episode 11. But before we get out of here, we got to go through the categories. Fellas, between Jesse and Walt, who had the more interesting plot?
Walt, because he had the Gus conversations and he had to do the thing at the end to get the drugs there. So I'm gonna go with Walt this time.
I'm gonna go with Walt mainly because juggling simply for the scenario, everything you said, Lou, but also the scenario of do I make this $1.2 million drug move when I don't have to anymore? I think that's the important part about this. If you were still on the wave of Walt is justified because he has to do this for his family, now we know he doesn't. So do I do that, or do I see the birth of my daughter? Like that whole concept is just fascinating to me because it tells you what type of person you are. There are men who like play sports. I know Draymond said this. Listen, if I'm playing, then I'm playing. Like, my daughter gets born or my kid gets born while I'm playing. It is what it is. Other people that's like, yo, I'm not missing my child's birth for shit. Who are we to tell them who's right or wrong? But I think that's very fascinating. So I'm going with Walt as well.
Yeah, I'm going with Jesse. When I look at the Walt and Jesse stories, I'm looking at everything that's connected to them, and I think the cold open was a great one of my favorite scenes of Breaking Bad. Actually, like it stuck with me forever. And every time I see it, I always get shocked again for some reason. So that story, then the Jane relapse and the big super heavy relapse, pulling the straps and needle, like that whole thing. I think Walt stuff was good too, but I did like the stories connected. The Stinky Pete part of it, the argument between them two in Saul's office. So I go Jesse. Excuse me.
I ain't mad at it. Favorite conversation this episode? This might be Trips. I'll start. Gus and Walt. It's my favorite conversation this entire episode.
Actually, that's not my favorite conversation.
I'm not surprised.
It's actually between Walt and Skyler because it's just that little bit, but it's probably Stinky Pete and Jesse. That was like the end of.
Please explain that to me.
I just think that conversation is what not just propels that plot, but it propels the story completely. Like to now we're getting into the big dog, like as Big Boy said. What I tell you, grown man business. Like now that conversation was the closed chapter of everything before.
I feel like this. I thought the Saul conversation was more of that, in my opinion.
Well, that
You
that was the first on the other side of the
okay?
door now. So this was like the last of that era of Breaking Bad, you know what I mean? And low level thug, nickel dime selling crew, whatever. So I'll probably say that it's one of the last of the era.
Got you. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you, Rich, and the Walt and Gus situation, but I do want to give an honorable mention to the doctor's conversation. I feel like that's them telling Walt, you chump, you a chump, and we we finna chump you. I feel like that was that conversation.
uh, oh man, I'm weak as hell. That's hilarious. Oh, best scene. What's the best scene in the episode?
It's the last scene. Like obviously, like Walter,
Yeah,
like yeah, that adrenaline was. Well, I was on my edge of my seat on that. I was like, yeah, this is fire right here.
facts.
These are
That's
the things.
1,000%.
These are the things that gloss over where the bad moments of Breaking Bad is. It's those scenes like that people remember that seem to make them hold it so highly. It's these episodes like these scenes like that. So
Facts.
Yeah, I already went through my whole spiel on it in a while, and I think it's the best. Just the urgency of it, all of that.
yeah,
I'm agree with y'all. We trips on the best scene. Who took the half measure this episode?
it's Teddy.
Gus.
Hmm.
Interesting. Why Ted?
Uh,
Teddy.
yeah, he Teddy now. Um, just because again, like your whole mission on getting honey buns, and like she didn't found you out, like, and now like you have an opportunity, you could possibly do prison time because somebody know what you're doing closely and might have to testify against you. You know, but now he did kind of pull it back. So if she came back, now you're an accomplice in some sense. But like just the initial bringing her on, knowing she would look at that, knowing how attentive she is, because that's one of her superpowers. Yeah, he took that measure.
What about why you say who'd you say, Spike?
Gus.
I say Gus
Yeah,
because
why you say Gus?
being in the position that he's in to sign up for an unknown like this, just because the quality of the product, when I got the super lab already, and well, we don't know that, so I won't use that. But it just seems like too much of a wild card for me to be investing $1.2 million into, and banking on this being a good relationship. It doesn't seem like it's anything that I would have done, or that somebody in his position would have done. So that was a half measure for me. It was almost like he's trying to fill this out,
Mm-hmm.
and I got 14 franchise locations and this whole logistics thing going. I ain't trying to fill no shit out with no chemistry teacher to cook good meth, bro. It's fine. Like you can exist over there in your own world.
Fair. That's a fair point. Mine is Jesse. I just think
Mm.
this is where the tragedy started already when you see his family life and everything else, but this is the real start of like the Jesse I remember. This was the beginning of it. This is the
Yep.
genesis of it. Um, so I'm gonna say is he took the half measure. Like them man's on dog now. You mixing dog with the crystal, like you know what I mean. And you got all this guilt. Even besides that, because I'm not even saying that on an addict sense. I'm just mean the events in your life have led you to this, and you
Yeah.
cool with it, and you feel all this guilt for combo. You went way over your head. A year ago, you was putting chili powder in your shit. Not even a year ago, you was putting chili powder in your shit, climbing out of windows trying to dodge the feds. Like you had
Mm-hmm.
small time problems. You had a crib, all types of shit.
And you
Now
used
you
to.
on
I remember when he used to drive the car.
those.
As far as I know, he
Straight
should
up.
still be there.
Straight up, man.
Nah, I got to change mine. I'm going Jane. I'm sorry. You brought some good points and
Jane
made
took
me
the half
think.
measure.
Yeah, Jane took the half measure. Yeah, because
Yeah, that's a great one. That's actually a great
yeah,
one.
especially for everything we know.
Yeah, well, not even that because she was sober, like
what?
even more
Yeah,
so than Jesse. Like she relapsed
yeah.
for all this. Like she
And it's
definitely
like
took a half measure.
you had a
Great
good
point.
job. You had to duplex working for you. Your dad let you run that part of the business. You had some real good stuff working for you. You've been sober for many years, and yeah,
18 months. Who was the MVP? Who took the full measure this episode?
Saul.
Not to down. I don't want to sound like I'm downplaying 18 months of
You
sobriety.
definitely sounded like
I thought about it like, hold on,
that's
man.
why I let that's why I let it. I just left it there.
Hey, you know, a lot of times I look at these, and that's when I know, like, hold on, man. Let me. That probably came out because if this nigga think I said something crazy, then I probably did. So let me make sure I clarify what I meant out there. Shout out to anybody out there,
shit.
whether it's 6 weeks, 6 days, all y'all, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to y'all.
hilarious.
Who took the full measure this episode?
I'm going with Saul. He making shit happen, man. Like, y'all got a problem. Y'all trying to move 38 pounds. I got a guy that might get that done for you. And I got some advice for you. Y'all niggas out here running around like poo putts. Let me show y'all how to tighten up out here. So Saul did his thing this episode.
It's Walter for me.
I'm with you, Mo.
Yeah, he was out here.
I agree with Mo.
he was out here looking sloppy, and he flipped that situation. Like, there's no reason he should have gotten this opportunity, and he did.
Well, let me not. I don't 100% agree with you, Mo. 50%. It really goes to Heisenberg. Even though Heisenberg's not mentioned by name, Heisenberg is who gets the MVP. Walt actually would probably be in the contention for half measure, bro, because your daughter's being born and you out here trying to make a drug deal. You know what I mean? Like, there's the Walter White family aspect of it, all of that.
Okay.
Like, you lost. But Heisenberg and what you're trying to build, 100% full measure. That's what I'm technically giving it to.
I guess we got to start doing that. We got to start like distinguishing, because it is like before they kind of mesh into one person, it is kind of, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just because of what he has going on in his life right now.
Real quick, because I don't think they really get into it in the next episode. I can't remember. But Jesse, when he wake up or come to, it got to be like one of those nights when you was like blackout drunk and you look around, you like, bro, the table broke. Like,
That's
what the
what I
fuck
said earlier.
happened? Why is the fridge open? Like who is it? Who is this motherfucker laying in the middle of the floor right
That is a scary position to be in, brother.
That's why
like it all start coming back. Like when your eyes open and you like, wait, what the fuck? God.
Man, bro.
Looking at that door. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm finna say. You wake up, you look at that door, you see trash all over the kitchen floor, all the dope gone. Like, nigga, what the fuck happened? I ain't never doing that no more.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow, man. And lastly, let's rank this episode. We got a mid-pack, 96.2, or Blue Magic.
This is Blue Magic for me. Yeah, this is the Breaking Bad formula. If they did like 13 episodes like this of just, because we're getting everything they're trying to give us, the drug, the dilemmas, the what's the word you use, Rich? Urgency, some love interest stuff, some scheming, some plotting. Like, they gave us everything that Breaking Bad is good at, but all in one episode, instead of giving us this type of episode of drug stuff, this type of episode of family stuff, they merged it all, and this is like the ultimate Breaking Bad formula. So this is Blue Magic for me.
Agreed. Blue Magic for me. This is the formula. This is like how Breaking Bad is supposed to look and work and feel. This is how you're supposed to walk away from it saying, damn, I want to hit play on the next episode immediately. I want to see this. And this is, now we're here.
Yeah.
We going trips, Blue Magic. That's the same thing I felt. That's why I asked. So we started this episode with, was this it? Was this the moment for y'all? I like what Lou said as far as we in the car, we 5 minutes away. But this is definitely, if y'all don't know, if you're not familiar with it, that 5 minutes away is usually the third phone call we've gotten, or the third text. The first text we say we on our way, but we really still at the crib. We might have just turned on the water for the shower. When we tell you when you went on the way. The second one, we getting dressed or maybe having a little drink, doing
I'm
whatever.
about to leave
Then the 5 minutes, the 5 minutes is really I'm leaving out now. So we at that part. So we not the first two levels. That's what we've been doing these past 18. Now we actually getting in the car.
Mhm.
All right, let's start this journey. And I think
Okay.
that's where we are. So I'm
That's
giving
a
it Blue
great way.
Magic as well.
That's a great way to put it.
With that being said, please continue to share your thoughts. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is season 2, episode 11. We'll be back next week. 2 more episodes in the season, and we'll talk about, the break that we'll take. It won't be super long, but we'll take a break in between, just like we did with Good Earners, and get things rolling for season 3. But if you want to reach out to us, Instagram, NMHM _ Breaking Bad Pod. Send a DM, leave a comment, check us out there. Email address if you want to write in, no more half measures pod at gmail.com. Fellas, it was an honor as always. All of y'all out there listening, we appreciate you. We'll see y'all next week. We out.
Peace.
Keep cooking.